Hey guys, Saintsfan back again with another GTA 5 video, and this is going to be somewhat of a continuation of the Q&A from earlier, only because this morning when I asked you guys to send me in some questions on Twitter, I got one question in particular, and it's so perfect. I'm not entirely sure why I have not seen this before, I'm not sure why no one has thought of this before, but it's such a perfect idea, such a perfect concept that I wanted to make a separate video, so hopefully maybe Rockstar see it, or I don't know, maybe we could get something like it in the future. But one of my followers, GamerFP, tweeted me this question. Would you love to see a Beach Bum Part 2 with beach houses, boats, water helicopters, more cars, and a small $1 to $2 million moving yacht? Also, how about 2 water helicopters? You could bring back the Sea Sparrow from GTA Vice City and a luxury one and another water plane and the Vortex from GTA San Andreas. If you've been playing GTA from the start, one of the most popular opinions about the game is that the Beach Bum DLC, when it came out, or at least compared to all of the other DLCs, is the worst DLC. Now granted, it was free, and it did come a month after the game, and the only reason they put it in the game and made it free was because of all the issues GTA Online had when it first started up, but the content of it was not great. Like, the clothes weren't even good, the weapons were not good, the cars were not good. So that's why many people regard it as the worst DLC of all time in GTA Online. Now, whether or not you share that opinion is not really relevant for this video. But that question, that concept that GamerFP came up with, does that not sound amazing? Honestly, this Beach Bum 2 DLC, if it was legit, could be the best DLC ever. I mean, the CEO and Biker DLCs were cool, but if everything that he mentioned was in a DLC, I think that'd be my new favorite one. And would that be kind of funny how the first Beach Bum DLC was horrible, and then this second one would be almost the greatest DLC? Now let's break down what he said a little bit more. So we'll start with the 2 vehicles that he mentioned in the second tweet, the Sea Sparrow and the Vortex from GTA San Andreas. So the Sea Sparrow is actually a helicopter that you can land on water. I was kind of surprised we didn't get to see it when they added the Dodo to GTA 5 and GTA Online. But this Sea Sparrow would be a perfect vehicle for, a perfect Pegasus vehicle for a Beach Bum Part 2 DLC. I'm not entirely sure how useful it would be just because of all the other vehicles. I mean, the Buzzard's still the king of the castle when it comes to helicopters. But having some sort of helicopter that could land on the water and actually pick people up from the water would be nice, because most or some of the other helicopters, if you land correctly on the water, you will float. Like the Cargo Bob, the Luxor, those, if you land on the water and it's not super wavy, you can somewhat float. But the problem is people can't get in your vehicle if you are just on the water. Maybe adding an option for people to get on this one would be something that's nice. Also, maybe this one could hold 6 people instead of 4, because you'd have 2 people in the actual pilot area, I guess, and 2 extra people on the side, kind of like how the Dodo works. And there's not many helicopters that could hold 6 people, so that could be something that makes it a little useful. As for the other vehicle he mentioned, the Vortex from San Andreas. Now, we just got a bike called the Vortex, so they might have to change the name of it. But the Vortex was the hovercraft from GTA San Andreas, and like I've mentioned before, with the addition of the Shotaro, the Tron bike, if they want to start adding some more fun, goofy vehicles to GTA Online, the Vortex would be the next best option because it's already been in previous GTA games. And similar to the Sea Sparrow, it would be a perfect addition to a Beach Bum Part 2. Some of the other stuff he mentions now. So we'll go with beach houses. In the game as is, I don't believe there's many places around the map. Like if you go on the coast around the map, I don't think there's many houses that are actually on the sea. There's a few, and there's also a few rundown buildings, but there's not many houses that could be a nice sort of house that could cost $2 million. Because we all know Rockstar's not going to add anything into the game unless it costs a lot so you could spend more on shark cards. And because of that, I don't know how beach houses could work. At least so far, they've not added any new buildings to the game. What they've done with the recent DLCs is just take buildings that are already in the game that aren't being used and then convert them into useful properties. I mean, you could see the example with the Biker DLC and the clubhouses. A lot of the clubhouses They may not look like they would be 2 stories or big enough to hold all the stuff, but when you go inside, it doesn't matter, and I'm fine with that. But because of there not being any houses or places or buildings along the coast, the beach house idea, I'm not entirely sure if it would work. It would be awesome, though, if they did add something to the beaches or to the map. I mean, I've done a few mod videos in the past where I've shown off some really cool concepts, I guess, of mansions on the beach, and that's something that people have been asking for a while. So having a mansion on a beach would be, you know, a nice alternative. Again, they'd probably cost a ton of money because they're on the beach. You have the nice beach view. Since you're on the water, maybe you could spawn boats, maybe even the helicopter or the vehicles I just mentioned. They could add some features to make it worth it, but ultimately it would cost a lot of money. But that's kind of fine with me, especially if it is an actual beach house on the water and you have a beautiful view of the ocean. The other thing he mentions is boats and more cars. Now, the more cars, that's something that I'm not going to come up with because there's like an unlimited amount of possibilities that that Rockstar themselves could come up with if this was, you know, legit DLC, if they wanted to pursue it. As for the boats, though, if they do add boats, just make them not useless, please, because they've added so many boats to the game and they're just useless because they're either not faster than the boats that were already in the game, or they don't handle properly, or they don't look good. You know, just make something, if they do add it, just make something that's good. Maybe even give us a little bit of a customization, some liveries for some boats. I think that'd be a nice addition to this Beach Bum Part 2 DLC. The one thing that he says, though, a small $1 to $2 million moving yacht. This is the most exciting part for me. This small moving yacht could be what the tugboat should have been. The tugboat's what, like $1.2 million, I believe? And it sucks, man. Like, it's a good concept, and it could be great. But it goes so slow, you can barely put people on it, or, you know, not people, but like cars and stuff on it without it going underwater. The thing blows up with one grenade, so it's just for all intents and purposes useless. It's not fun, and most people who spend their money on it are not happy with their purchase. But this $1 to $2 million small moving yacht, if they don't want to fix the tugboat, and it looks like they're not going to fix the tugboat, this could be what people who were excited for the tugboat are waiting for. Because maybe with this small moving yacht, you wouldn't have all the stuff that you have in a normal yacht, but you could put people on there, you could put cars on there without it capsizing. I would hope it would be somewhat rocket or explosive resistant, maybe like the Insurgent, it takes 5 or so to blow it up. And I would imagine it would look pretty nice since it would be a mini yacht. I just think it would be really cool to see a tugboat-sized vehicle or boat in the water in addition to these giant yachts, you know, that don't move, and these smaller boats that you can drive around. I mean, imagine having 2 motorcycle clubs on 2 different of these small moving yachts. You could actually have some sort of like pirate wars or something, you know? The amount of possibilities with an actual good working moving yacht are almost endless. And that's kind of why I hope this DLC gets made. I mean, all the other stuff is awesome. Like, the beach houses would be great. The boats, new boats with liveries maybe would be great. The water helicopters, the vortex, the hovercraft. I mean, come on, a hovercraft? That'd be cool, especially if it could easily transition between land and water. That would be the first of its kind, and Rockstar could make that cost a lot of money. People would buy it because you can go from land to water really easily. But that small moving yacht, that is what excites me the most. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this DLC idea. If you have anything you want to maybe add to this, let me know in the comment section as well. That is it, though. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I really wanted to share this video with you guys, or this idea with you guys, because I think a Beach Bum Part 2 would be awesome, and it would be different from all the other DLCs that we've been receiving. It'd be a nice change of pace. So if you want to see this, tweet it at Rockstar, like the video. As always, the more people that see it, the better chances that we can get something done. I think having this DLC come out maybe next summer would be the perfect time, because that's obviously when people go to the beach, and that gives Rockstar about 6 months to start working on it if they want to add it to the game. But thank you all for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, all that stuff. As always, I will see you guys in the next one.